Guys, ET here, and today we're going to be taking a look at my Nintendo GameCube collection. It's in this binder. It also holds my Wii games, but this is for my GameCube collection. So let's get started. First up, we have Animal Crossing, 2 copies of it. It is my favorite game series, and this is my favorite game on the GameCube. And I love it. It's really fun, it's cheap, and it was actually my favorite in the series until New Leaf came out, but I still play it every day. That's how much I like it. Next up we have, I'm going to set this down, we have AR, and this is super broken, if you can tell. There's me. Yo. It still works. I don't know how, but I have never been able to use it because I don't have a memory card with no data on it, because I have so many games. And so yeah, I've never used it, but it does have a freeloader on it, and so if I get any foreign games, then I'll be able to play them when I get a new memory card. Next up, Army Men Sarge's War. I got this because I played an Army Men game on the PlayStation 1 when I was younger. And yeah, funny story about this. I got this from a pawn shop, and when I got home and opened the case, there was 4 other games in the case with it. And so I paid like $3 for 5 games, which was a steal, basically. So, yeah, it was a good deal. Then we have Battalion Wars. Really fun third-person shooter strategy game. They made a sequel on the Wii. I don't have that because I mainly collect for the GameCube. But, yeah, it's pretty fun. Here's Cell Damage. I have only played this maybe once, and it's kind of like Twisted Metal, but I don't know, I like Twisted Metal better, but that's because I suck at that game. Then we have one of my all-time favorite games. Did I say that right? I don't know. Chibi-Robo, Plug-Into Adventure, but everyone just calls it Chibi-Robo. If you have a GameCube or Wii, or even Dolphin emulator on your PC, you need to play this game. This is an absolutely great game. It's fantastic. I fucking love it. Love it. There's Disney's Chicken Little. I bought this because I love the movie. Just kind of funny. I don't know why I like it. Movie's great. This game, not so much. But it is made by Buena Vista Games, which I'm pretty sure they did something on Kingdom Hearts. I don't know what they did, but yeah. Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. I used to have this on the PlayStation 2 when I was younger, and back then I was actually good at it. Now, I'm absolutely terrible at Crash. Digimon World 4. I've only played this a couple of times because me and my brother play it together, and for the longest time we couldn't find the save spot, and I finally looked it up one time, and then it was just too hard for us. I don't know, which is kind of dumb. I don't know, but I have never gotten very far into it. I don't think we've beaten the first level. Then we have Donkey Konga, great music game. It's kind of like a Taiko Drum Master, or, well, yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's made by Bandai, I'm pretty sure. But, love this game. I don't have the second one because the music in that game kind of sucks. In this game, it's pretty good, Nintendo tracks and some classical music. I really want the Japanese versions of these games because that kind of music is more what I'm interested in. Here's Evolution Worlds. It's the first part of the first game and the second game from the Dreamcast. And I'm not very far. I'm still on the first game, but I like it. I really like linear. If you've played that, you know what that means. And we have Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown. And you'll notice that I have a few of these licensed kids games. And that's because they're usually pretty cheap. But this one I also owned on PS2 when I was younger. And it's actually a pretty damn good kids game. I like it. And it has some mini games too, which I rarely play because I don't have friends. Then we have F-Zero GX. This game is hard as fuck. This game is way too damn hard. I'm not very good at racing games to begin with, and this one I'm just absolutely terrible at. But it is very pretty. It's a very pretty game. And if you're good at F-Zero, which I'm not, then you'd probably really enjoy it. I enjoy it too, even though I suck at it. Here's Game Boy Player, which is really awesome. It triples the GameCube's library by letting you play any game from the Game Boy line. I mostly just play Pokemon Emerald. Here's Geist. This got pretty bad ratings or reviews when it first came out, but I really like it. I'm not very far in the single player, but the multiplayer mode has bots, and that means I can play it by myself and have a ton of fun. And I'm going to lift this up because there's 2 discs. We have GoldenEye Rogue Agent, a fun shooter, also has multiplayer. I'm on the second disc for the single player, and multiplayer I've only played a couple of times with my brother. Here we have Gun. It's kind of like Red Dead. You can scalp your enemies, you can... I don't know, I'm not very far in the story. I just like to go around shooting townsfolk. Here's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I bought this because when I was a kid, I had the same game on the Game Boy Advance, and they are completely different. The Game Boy Advance game is much better than this. This has loading screens all the freaking time. It's not that good. Here's Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life. Funny story about this game. I actually ordered this off of Amazon, but I ordered Wave Race Blue Storm, and this showed up instead. So I played it one time, and I've never played it ever again. Even though I like Harvest Moon, I just don't like the stupid bachelors in that game. Here we have Harvest Moon Magical Melody. This was my first venture into the series, thanks to an old friend. And he used to let me borrow his GameCube in exchange for doing his homework. And this was one of the games he had. I married Anne, I'm pretty sure, but I'm playing through it again so I can marry Gwen or Katie. I can never make up my fucking mind. But yeah, great game. Still pretty cheap. $20, I think. Maybe even cheaper now. Here's Hunter the Reckoning. This is one of those games that came with Army Men. I haven't played it much. The Incredibles. It's pretty hard, actually, for a kid's game. The part I'm stuck at, anyway. Maybe that just means I suck at games, I don't know. Lifting this back up, here's Killer 7, a Suda51 game. Great game, really fucking weird. You can find disembodied heads in washing machines that talk to you. And it's very political, I guess. I don't know. It's a strange game. You should, if you can find it, it's also on the PlayStation 2, then you should play it. Here we have the Legend of Zelda collection. Has first two NES games, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on it, and then a demo of Wind Waker. And I never really play it because, I don't know, actually. Because I'm not very good at old Zelda games. Actually, I'm terrible at Zelda games in general. Here's Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventure. I don't think I've played it a couple of times, but I've never saved, because the intro to this game is so freaking long, and you cannot skip it. So, here's Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. This is the only Zelda game I have ever beaten, and that's because after I got past the intro, I just played it like a madman for 3 days and beat it, and I'm playing through it again, and it's pissing me off a lot more this time around than the first time. I don't know why, but great game. I like it. Here we have Zelda Wind Waker. It's kind of really shiny. I am at the part, because I got this pretty late, I think 2012, maybe even 2013, and I'm at the Triforce collection quest, the Triforce pieces, and then they announced that Wind Waker HD was coming out, so I stopped playing it, and I never got a Wii U. I really want a Wii U, but I never got one, so I guess I'm just kind of holding off. I'm thinking about playing through it again, though, since I don't foresee me getting a Wii U anytime soon. Here we have Lego Star Wars 2. It's a Lego game. There's not much to say about it. It's one of the original Lego games, actually. And it's not very fun when you're by yourself. Luigi's Mansion. I almost beat this game, and then my brother, he decided to play it, and now my save file has Luigi at 2 hearts, so I have to start over. Here's Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. First game I've almost beaten. I have to collect the artifacts, and I really like Metroid Prime, and even its sequel. I've only played a little bit of Metroid Prime 2, because I didn't want to spoil anything from the first game, but the beginning of that game is pretty awesome. Here's Namco Museum. Has some classic games, most notably not all the Pac-Mans, but a large assortment of Pac-Mans. You have Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man Fever, and then there's Galaga, Dig Dug. I can't remember what else is on here, but I play it for Pac-Man. Here we have Naruto Clash of Ninja. I bought this because it was $3 brand new. I absolutely hate Naruto, but yeah, well, I have it. $3, I can't turn down a game for $3. Here we have NBA Live 2000 shit. 2003. It's a basketball game. It's actually pretty fun. I play this with my brother, and I just run across the court and do slam dunks because it's super easy. One of the only sports games I actually like besides Mario sport games. Here's Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, racing game. And obviously, it's Need for Speed. I like it. I'm terrible at it. I'm in the end game, I'm pretty sure. Here's Need for Speed Underground. Also a racing game, obviously. Much better than Hot Pursuit 2, I think. And it has a pretty sick track list. And you can customize your car. But it's not like Underground 2 where it's open or free roaming or whatever, open world. But it's still fun. Here's NFL Blitz 2003. I do not like this game. I got it really cheap though at a thrift store, but my brother loves this game. Here is Odama. I lost my train of thought for a second. This game you control with a microphone that came with the GameCube, and I can't remember what you're supposed to say into the microphone, so I haven't played it in a long time, but I got it brand new for pretty cheap. Here's One Piece Grand Battle. I actually got this from GameStop. I don't like One Piece either, but I wanted the first one in the series, One Piece Grand Adventure or something like that, because I read about it in an old issue of Shonen Jump when it was still a paper magazine. But this was the game that was inside, and it's another fighting game. The GameCube actually has a lot of anime fighting games on it. Most of them didn't come out here. Here's Pac-Man versus, a fun little game where one player uses a Game Boy Advance and they are Pac-Man, I think, and then the person using the GameCube controller is the ghosts, or it's vice versa, I don't know, but it's pretty fun to play if you can actually find people to play it with, which I often cannot, unless my brother feels like playing it. Pac-Man World 2, I love this game. My copy does not work on the GameCube for some reason, but I had it on PlayStation 2 when I was younger. I actually still might have it there. But, yeah, I can't play it on here, but I love this game. Pac-Man World Rally, a racing game, Mario Kart clone. It's fun. Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door. Considered the best in the series by most people, including me. I love this game. It's hilarious. And is it this one that has the penguin murders? I can't remember. But I just remember that one of the freaking... I can't even remember what they're called. The Isle Delfino people. Piantas, I think that's what they're called. They call the mobster ones called Princess Peach abroad. That makes me laugh. Because even though I'm 20, I have the sense of humor of a child. There's Pikmin. Great game. I like it. I'm not very far. I think I only have the red Pikmin. Because I don't know why. Because I'm terrible at games. Duh. Here's PN3, or Project Number 3. This was one of Capcom's 5 games they were supposed to make for the GameCube, which they didn't do. Thanks, Capcom. It's kind of interesting, but if you check reviews of it, it's kind of a very empty game. I don't know. But you can, like, dance around and shoot at shit. I haven't played it much. Got it cheap. Here is Pokemon Coliseum. I'm playing through this right now. I can never freaking actually play through it because every memory card I got, I filled up all the time. And I have 3 memory cards. So this one, I finally was able to play through this, and I kind of I wish you could catch Pokemon in this game because just battle after battle gets pretty tiring. And then the Shadow Pokemon take like fucking 5 balls each, 5 Pokeballs, you sickos, to capture in this game, and it's kind of annoying. I wish I had Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, but I do not. I've played it though. Here's Puyo Pop Fever. I'm terrible at this game. My brother is way better than me. I don't know how. I guess training against my grandma at Tetris did not help me with that game. Here's Red Faction 2, fun shooter. This also has bots, so it's fun to play by myself. Yeah. Reign of Fire. This is a very cannot speak today, very bad looking game. It's actually pretty fun. The human segments control kind of like Halo, I guess, where you drive with the stick without pressing anything else, and then you're shooting with a button. I haven't gotten to the dragon parts yet, because I don't know. Then we have Resident Evil 4, discs 1 and 2. Back when my friend used to lend me his GameCube, I got pretty far into the second disc, to the prison island, I'm pretty sure. I stopped playing because there's a part on that island where you can walk up to a door and you can see a zombie in there, and you look away and you look back and it pops up in your fucking face, and it scares the shit out of me because I am a giant wussy towards horror. I don't watch horror movies, and this is probably the only horror game I actually own. But right now, playing through it again all these years later, I'm still on the first disc. I just saved Ashley, and then I stopped playing because those fucking wolves right by the church after you save Ashley, they scared the shit out of me. And then, so I got through that shit, and I just saved, and I haven't played it since, but I didn't get it that long ago, so. Here's Shadow the Hedgehog, where you can hear Damn Simulator. Every time he gets hit, damn. That's all he does, and then he dies. He's like, not here. It's kind of, I don't know, it's Sonic with guns and a moody protagonist. Or antagonist, depending on the route you go. Here's Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Not very far in this, because I stopped playing it for a long time, and then I tried to pick it back up, and I could not figure out what the fuck to do, and so I have to restart it. Soul Calibur 2, this is another game that I had on PS2. Not very far in this one. I don't have all the characters unlocked, but it's a fun fighting game. I can't play with anyone in my family, though, because they're all just fucking button mashers. Fucking button mashing pieces of shit. So I can never just play the game the way it was meant to be played. Here's Spyro: A Hero's Tale. This is, I think, maybe the last game before Spyro went all like Lord of the Rings and then Skylanders. So this is like the last true Spyro game, I believe. I'm not sure. It's pretty fun. I'm stuck in a fucking floating island level though, because I can't figure out where the damn exit is. Here's Star Fox Adventures, and I think this is supposed to be Dinosaur Planet on PlayStation 1. It's one of the last games, maybe even the last game that Rare made for Nintendo before they were sold to Microsoft. And people don't like this game because they just want their Star Fox shooting at shit in space. I'm actually enjoying it though. Except that stupid dinosaur, I can't remember his name. Your pet dinosaur, or your friend, whatever. Here's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Absolutely great game. Sega needs to look back at this, and in their next Sonic game, if they even make one, because they're apparently backing out of making console games, then they need to put Chow's back in. That's just, even if it was a shit game and it just had a perfect Chow, the raising Chows, and that was perfect, then people probably wouldn't give a shit. Like if Sonic 06 had Chows in it, then people probably wouldn't hate it so much, because Chows are awesome. Actually, I'm not going to put it this way yet. I remember one time my friend was over when I was in middle school, I think, and we were playing this, and then I stopped to raise a chow, and my friend, or I went to go to the bathroom, my friend he got rid of one of my chows, and it made me cry. So, but it wasn't a very good chow, but still, I love chows. Here is Super Mario Strikers, awesome soccer game, or football, if you live in a different country. Really fun game, just like most Mario sports games. Here is Super Mario Sunshine. I did that very terribly, I'm sorry. Really fun game. People didn't like it back then, I'm pretty sure, because of Flood. I really enjoy it. Except that there's a part, I've already beaten this game, by the way. There's a part where you have to be on like a fucking sandbird and get all the red coins, I think they're red. And he'll flip, and it's just a pain in the ass, but I finally beat it a while ago, a couple of years ago. I haven't played it since. I should play through it again. I like it. Super Monkey Ball, more like super fucking harder than Monkey Balls. Me and my brother play this almost every time he comes over because we're trying to get better at it, because it's a fun game. We are just not very good at it. Here's Super Smash Bros. Melee. To be honest, I don't actually really like this game, and that means you're probably gonna come and kill me because I don't like this game. I just don't like how few characters it has. Oh, but it's a fighting game, not a party game. No, Smash Bros. Is a party game. So get your sticks out of your ass. The only person I play as in this game is Peach. I actually got this from an ex-girlfriend, so thanks for that. She used to let me borrow GameCube games all the time, and she just said I could keep this one because she had Brawl. So, yeah, now I have the best Smash Bros. Game, which in my opinion right now is Smash Bros. 4, which I have on Wii U, even though I don't have a Wii U, and I have on 3DS. So, yeah. Here's Tetris Worlds. This is another one of the games that came with Army Men, and it's Tetris with a story mode that makes no fucking sense. They're just blocks that fall. So I haven't played it much, and it is kind of shitty looking Tetris. Here's Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. This doesn't work. I bought it, it didn't work, but it's too much of a hassle to return it, so I never did that. Here's Tony Hawk's Underground. Very fun game. I play it with my brother a lot. With my brother? I can't fucking speak English tonight. Yeah, fun game. It tries to be edgy. Super edgy, but I don't know, your friend just ends up being an asshole and you punch him in the face at the end of the game. Here's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. This is one of my very first GameCube games that I got because my friend gifted me a GameCube. Though it's the same one that used to let me borrow his GameCube. He got another GameCube from his friend, and he gave me this. So my mom took me to Game Crazy, which I really miss. I love Game Crazy. Hate GameStop, love Game Crazy. But this is one of the first games I got, and from what I remember, it's pretty fun, but I haven't been able to get it to work. It loads up the game, gets to like the start menu, and then it says, oh, this character cannot read, blah blah blah. So yeah, I haven't played it since I was probably like 15, 14, maybe even younger than that. Here's True Crime, Streets of LA, Grand Theft Auto clone, I guess. It's kind of, I don't really like it because you're just driving down the street and then, oh, something for you to do pops up, and then it's just a pain in the ass arresting people. because they fucking run, even if you blow your whistle or point your gun up or whatever. It's kind of annoying. I've never played the second one, but Sleeping Dogs, which was True Crime 3 before it got sold to Square Enix. I really enjoyed Sleeping Dogs. Love that game, actually. Here's Beautiful Joe. I have not played this very much. Bought it because it was cheap, and yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it. Here's Wario World, a 3D platformer. It's kind of a weird 3D platformer with Wario, and I'm on the ice world, I'm pretty sure, which is the third world. I'm repeating myself. It's the third world, and I just hate ice levels. Who doesn't, you know? Here's the aforementioned Wave Race Blue Storm. After the Harvest Moon debacle, I bought the game and hoped it would actually be the game this time, and lo and behold, it is. So, yay. Here's X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse. This is the last game that came with Army Men. So maybe it was 4 games instead of 5. Still a good deal. I haven't played this because of memory card space, which I started playing it, and then I tried to save. Couldn't find a save spot. So, yeah. And this is actually my last game. So, yeah, that's 70 games. And that's my GameCube collection. So, maybe I'll show my Wii collection, too. I don't know. But that'll be in another video. I don't even know if I can upload this video. It's 32 fucking minutes long. So, see you next time.